So Donald Trump just tried and failed to fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. But she was basically like, yeah, good luck with that, Donald.
President Trump is purporting to have fired a member of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve. Her name is Lisa Cook. She's been a Fed governor since 2022. She is the first black woman to serve on the Fed board in its 111-year history. And in that entire 111-year history, no member of the Fed's board has ever been fired by any president. And that's not because presidents haven't wanted to do it. It's because a president is not legally allowed to fire members of the Fed board just because he feels like it. The Federal Reserve Board is an independent body charged with setting monetary policy for the United States. It was created to be independent precisely so presidents could not monkey around with stuff like interest rates.
Trump thinks the Fed is just another one of his reality shows where he gets to yell, "You're fired." But nope, Lisa Cook ain't going nowhere. And honestly, this whole thing just shows how little Trump actually understands about, well, government. Her job is to help guide the nation's monetary policy on things like interest rates, inflation, and overall economic stability. This is a huge role, and it comes with a 14-year term. And here's the kicker. This isn't the first time that Trump has tried to do something like this. Trump has been obsessed with firing Fed Chair Jerome Powell for years, even though he's the one who actually appointed him. He's openly raged about Powell raising the interest rates and even floated the idea of trying to demote him. At one point, his aides were literally scrambling to figure out if the president could legally fire the Fed chair. Spoiler, he can't. But what does Trump do anyway? He announces that Lisa Cook is fired, like it's some episode of The Apprentice. But here's the catch. Legally, he can't do that. The law doesn't allow a president to remove a Federal Reserve governor simply because he doesn't like them. Governors can only be removed for cause, meaning misconduct or neglect of duty. And last time I checked, not doing what he wants doesn't qualify. Lisa Cook responded by saying, "President Trump purported to fire me for cause when no cause exists under the law, and he has no authority to do so. I will not resign." Cook said this in an email statement to the Associated Press. This was a classy clapback, and I am here for it. But honestly, this is part of a much bigger pattern. Trump has always hated the idea of independent institutions. He wants everything and everybody under his thumb. The Justice Department, the courts, and now even the Federal Reserve. But the Fed was set up this way on purpose so that the economy isn't at the mercy of political whims. Imagine if every time a president didn't like what the Fed was doing, they could just go in and clean house. Inflation would be even worse, markets would crash, and we'd be living in constant chaos. Lisa Cook standing her ground is a reminder that some parts of our legal system still work, at least for now. And let's not ignore the fact that Trump's attack is aimed at one of the few Black women in one of the most powerful economic positions in the country. There's a pattern here of him going after Black women in high positions. He's publicly feuded with New York Attorney General Letitia James, Georgia DA Fani Willis, and of course, Vice President Kamala Harris. And clearly, he never gets over whatever issue he has with them because just last week, Trump terminated Kamala's Secret Service protection just to be petty. So when Trump tried to fire Lisa Cook, he only reminded everyone of just how little power he actually has these days. Because last time I checked, Lisa Cook is still at the Fed, still making decisions, and Trump, he's in the White House clearly wasting away before our very eyes. So what do you think? Is this another sign Trump wants to bulldoze every independent part of our government? Or is this just him throwing another temper tantrum? Either way, drop your thoughts in the comments and please subscribe. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers. Until next time.